Hello, and welcome to the This Happened Today in History podcast for February 22nd. I am your host, Mr. Miller. This podcast will cover a number of topics that happened on this date in history. Please visit the podcast webpage at thishappenedtoday.buzzsprout.com. There you can download the notes page, which will help you organize the information as well as develop your own ideas on how these events changed the world around us. If you are interested in hearing more, please consider subscribing so you will not miss out on what happened tomorrow in history. In 1879, Frank Winfield Woolworth opened the Great 5-Cent Store in Utica, New York. He pledged to sell nothing that cost more than a nickel. However, due to changing economic times, they were forced to raise the maximum price a number of times. The price was set at 20 cents in 1932, and the price limit was removed in 1935. Woolworths expanded into a number of different markets by purchasing and developing a number of brands. One of the most successful brands they owned is Foot Locker. Due to changes in the retail market, the last Woolworths shop in the United States closed down on July 17th of 1997. In 2001, the company name was changed to Foot Locker Incorporated, and now Woolworths is only an online-based company. In 1997, Scottish scientists from the Roslin Institute in Edinburgh, Scotland, announced that they had successfully cloned an adult sheep named Dolly. The sheep was born in July of 1996, and Dolly was the world's first cloned mammal. The birth was exceptional because it proved that scientists could duplicate an entire mammal from specialized cells. In Dolly's case, the mammary gland cells. As expected, after the announcement, there were plenty of folks worldwide that either were in favor and support of the project or worried about the possibilities and danger of cloning. Dolly was able to have 6 lambs of her own and only left the farm lab for media engagements. She died in February of 2003 and was donated back to the National Museum of Scotland in Edinburgh and is one of their most popular exhibits. In 1980, the United States hockey team, composed mostly of college players, defeated the Soviet Union squad, who were the defending champions and favorites to win the gold medal. The United States won 4-3. No one ever expected the 7th-ranked USA team to be on the medal stand, let alone win the gold. The teams went back and forth with goals during the first 2 periods, with the Soviet team always 1 goal up. It wasn't until the score was tied 3-3 in the 3rd period with just over 10 minutes to go that Mike Eruzione sent a 25-foot wrist shot home to put the USA team ahead for the first time at 4-3. With those 10 minutes left to go, the USA team had a long way to get. The final 10 minutes, USA was able to hold off the Soviet team and finally clear the puck out of the zone with 5 seconds left to go in the game. According to History.com, the so-called miracle on ice was more than just an Olympic upset. To many Americans, it was an ideological victory in the Cold War, and as meaningful to many as the Berlin airlift or the Apollo moon landing. I thank you for listening, and I hope that you have enjoyed learning about historical events from the past. Thank you today to the following websites for their information regarding the topics: thepeoplehistory.com, Woolworths at Britannica.com, Dolly the Sheep at the Roslin Institute, Miracle on Ice from History.com. The music used as a background track for this podcast is Americana, created by Kevin MacLeod on Incompetech.com. If you enjoyed this information and would like to hear more, please consider subscribing, as this will help keep the historical events in your feed in the morning each day. I hope you have a great day.